Williee Armellini from Flowers and Scents with your Floral Industry Buzz. Okay, today I'm going to interview Jose Antonio Restrepo from Ayura, a Colombian rose grower, flower grower, also under the Eclipse brand. And Jose, I'm going to interview him because he was just elected to the board of AIPH, which is the International Association of Horticulture Producers. And before you go away and say that doesn't apply to me, I think they're the sort of unsung heroes of the flower business because what they do is protect breeders' rights, and that is a good thing for all of us. So I'll let him explain it to you. So without further ado, Jose Antonio Restrepo. Okay, Jose Antonio Restrepo, my friend in Bogotá. How are you this morning, sir?
I'm doing pretty well, thank you, Willie.
Okay, so Jose is a rose grower and a flower grower in Bogotá, and for a long time now, and under the Eclipse brand and Ayura, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
so the good news here is why we're here. We're here because you got elected to the board of AIPH.
Mm-hmm.
And for most people that might be listening to this, don't go away yet. AIPH is a very interesting organization that I think you need to know about. It's sort of the unsung hero of the flower business. They're doing things behind the scenes that affect all of us in the business, but you probably don't know what they're doing. And so I've asked Jose to come here now that I know he was on the board to give us sort of an update on what's going on there and what it means to you. So tell us about it.
Perfect, Willie. Okay, so as you mentioned, Jose Restrepo, 35 years in business. I have a medium-sized operation in the Sabana of Bogotá, basically two products, carnations and roses. I export it directly to different markets throughout the world. I'm very concentrated in Asia. It accounts for more than 50% of my sales, but I do business in the US, Canada, and many more countries. I'm part of the board of Asocolflores for years. I would say probably 15 years. I was the chairman of the board of the marketing committee for many years. So I've been pretty involved with the industry. I've been attending all WUPSA shows and SAF shows for years. I've been in those committees. I've been at a SAF board. I've been invited to the board. I'm not part of the board, but I've been invited. And Colombia used to have in the past like a share at the AIPH board.
Right.
So a Brazilian guy, he was elected a couple of years ago, and he was the representative for Latin America for 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Now I took over his position, and I was suggested by some of the industry members as a good candidate. So I had the opportunity to go to Australia last month, and I was elected as part of the board representing Latin America. In the case of North America, there is one guy from Canada that is part of the board, but there are many board members all over the world. You know, there are a couple in Asia, there are a couple in Europe, and it's a very important organization that was born after the Second World War II. And mainly the idea of the organization was to promote trade after the war.
Okay.
And so they're starting, like their main purpose was to organize expos, like different type of expos. And you know that there are some big expos that are controlled by BIE, which is the Bureau of International Exhibitions, and they are in charge of doing like the great expos, like Expo Dubai or Expo Osaka that took place last year. Under that, there's AIPH. So they do very important expos worldwide. Those expos normally take like 6 months.
Okay.
And basically what they do is they give all the support for doing those expos. They do a lot of a couple of visits and give some suggestions regarding the venue and the improvements that they have to do. But something very interesting about this is that in Australia, we had a group from the US, guys from Minnesota, and there's going to be the first expo in the Americas in 2031 in Minnesota.
Really?
So there was a very group of a group of Americans. They were being working. They've been working for having this putting together all the setting for this great expo that is taking place in 2031. They didn't know much about flowers, so I had the opportunity to talk to them and show them the size of the business and for how many years we have been doing business with the US. So it was a great opportunity. But one of the days we had visits for many countries asking for I don't know what's the word, but it's to get the permission and to get we call it in Spanish, aval. I don't know if in English might be a word, when somebody gives you the power to do something.
Okay.
Okay. So they were, that was part of, but just to give you an idea, there were 3 delegations from Korea. And they're going to have big expos in the following years. There were 3 delegations from Thailand. There were delegations from China. There were delegations from the Middle East. So there were delegations from all over the world. So that's one of the main purposes of the IPH. But they do another things. I don't know if probably you're aware about the International Grower of the Year Award.
Yep.
That takes place every year in Essen, Germany.
In Essen, yes. For
Correct.
IPA, right?
Actually, I won that award.
I know that. I was about to say you won it a couple of years ago.
Like in 2018.
Right.
And also they do like one award for the next gen, for new generations. They do that. They also they're working. They have like the Green City Award, which is another thing that they do, and they're working on a regulatory standard for inspections throughout the world. That's another project that they are involved, and it has a big scope. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it, but what they're looking for is to have a worldwide standard for inspections once the products get into a country.
Okay, well, that would be useful, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, but I think, okay, so my understanding of AIPH was that it's mainly for breeders' rights, right? Aren't they, don't they?
It's for horticulture.
Horticultural rights, yeah.
Yeah. Horticulture and pot plants, and that's pretty much. Actually, we had some visits in Australia, so some how do you say viveros, nurseries, yeah, couple of visits and see how they operate, and that's the main purpose. So in those shows, because they have different categories, they have expos like Type A, Type B, and Type C. So, for example, Flora would be a Type C because it's straight. When there is straight, it's considered a Type C.
Okay.
But Type A is more like exhibition, more like discussion panels, more like a conference. It's
Education.
more like type education. That's what it is.
And what is B?
B is something in between, not that big, because the A, they last for 6 months. B and C are shorter, and they have like a specific purpose.
You're saying the show lasts for 6 months?
6 months, yeah, 6 months,
Wow.
yeah, and they expect in one of those shows more than 40 million visitors. That's what they expect. And they're next year they're having the show, the expo in Yokohama in Japan.
In Japan.
And after we finish our meeting in Sydney, a big delegation traveled to Japan and to go and check the venue and to have meetings with the mayors of the city and with important people that are working on these projects. So what I've seen is that this organization has a lot of recognition and power, yeah,
Yeah,
worldwide.
and a magazine to boot, right?
Yeah, the magazine, correct,
Horticulture
correct.
International was,
Floriculture International, correct. Yes,
uh,
yes.
wow. Well, so then maybe I'm a little bit wrong in that I thought their main objective was breeders' rights. I thought that was
No, 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 no,
okay.
no.
But these exhibitions, which I know I see them traveling. I know Tim and the Briarcliff and all those guys. I see all,
Yeah,
they're always traveling around crazy places in the world to hold
yes.
looking for venues. Yeah, it's quite an organization. I know them pretty well over the years, and wow. So yeah, it's a big deal what they're doing, and I'm happy they're going to have one here. What year you said in 31?
It's in 2031 in
2030.
Minnesota. Yeah, I met the whole delegation from the US. Actually, we had a time to share and talk about. So now we're good friends, and I told him, in case you want to make any contact with anybody in the U.S., I'll be more than glad to provide you with good contacts because flower business is so important, and they should be there. So
Yeah.
so no, it's going to be, and they've been working. What they presented to us in Australia was very impressive. What they're doing in Minnesota.
Cool. I like the whole idea. And obviously, it's not flower specific, it's all horticulture products,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
So
Uh-huh.
you get plants and all sorts
Yes,
of stuff. So I like that.
yes.
Yeah, it's a wonderful organization, and I followed them for years. Um, so I think we would, now that we've flushed that out a little bit, I think we need to talk a little bit about what's going on in Bogota. I mean, you have, there's a lot of controversy here between tariffs, which now have gone away, I guess, or back to normal, if you will. And then the increase in the wage is obviously has a big effect on all the growers. Yes,
No, we're facing very difficult times, Willie. Very difficult times,
I know.
mainly because the exchange rate,
Yes.
the wages, the labor cost, and also the tariffs that cost to the industry more than $200 million.
Ouch.
And so it's very difficult times. Actually, we're having a tremendous impact in all our purchases regarding plastics, fertilizers, substrates because of the war. And so the industry is facing difficult, very, very challenging
Yeah,
times. And also we're in the process, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Augusto
is
attend,
retired now. Yeah.
he's retired. We have a new president that was elected,
Oh, who is it? I
a
didn't know that.
lady,
Okay.
Laura Valdivieso. She was a part of the commercial division at the Colombian embassy in Washington. So she worked there for a couple of years. Now she's back in the country and she's taking over Augusto's position.
Wow.
She has very good relations with the U.S. government, so might be very good for this discussion. But also, I can tell you that Asocolflores, we hire advocacy firm, Continental, and they've been supporting us for months. And we had a couple of meetings with Congress people in the U.S. and with government entities, and we're trying to get rid of the 10%
Sure.
tariff that is impacting our business. But so far, things are coming well for the holiday.
Okay.
Uh, Orders are coming, prices are good, weather is nice. So
Yeah, I
so
understand the airlines put in their surcharge today, which is pretty ugly.
yeah, they're increasing, the fuel charge, and also we're having some problems because we use Qatar
Oh,
a lot, and they're not coming anymore. So we're going to have lack of flights for the holidays. So
Yes.
very, very challenging.
Yeah,
Very
and
challenging.
as you said, 50% of your stuff is in Asia. Wow.
Correct. Correct. Uh-huh.
Well, I think I've seen some of your product in Korea because I go to Korea pretty
Yeah,
often.
yeah,
And
yeah. I'm pretty strong in Korea. Yes,
I'll
yes,
bet.
yes.
Wow. All right. So everything else is well in life. The donkeys are good. You have a new
The
donkey.
donkeys are good. Family is doing well. Our daughter, which is she's going to start her senior year at the Purdue University. She's doing very well. She's happy.
Great.
She's coming for vacations and she's going to work here
Oh yeah.
to yeah
Good for you.
and
I'm always
yeah,
happy when
yeah,
family members are willing to take it on because it's not an
yeah.
easy job.
That's true. That's true. But so far so good. You know, we have the election of the new president in May.
Oh,
Is the first round. So now we have like three candidates, strong candidates. One in the same side of the government, left,
okay.
which has the support of the government, and we're very scared of this guy. And then we have two others that are doing well, and they have the support. They're more in the right side, supporting entrepreneurs and good people. One is an outsider. Nobody knew about him, and he
Okay.
just came into the campaign, and he's gaining a lot of followers, and he's doing well. And the other one is a lady that is supported by President Uribe.
By Uribe. Okay.
Yeah,
Past president,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And Petro's not running again, or he can't, or
No, he can, but he has his candidate.
oh, okay, okay.
He has his candidate. Yeah.
Wow. Well, when we do with international business, you have international politics to deal with, and and I understand now. What I read this morning, Ecuador put 100% tariff on Colombian
Yes,
products
on
or something.
Colombian products. Yeah,
You guys
that's a big issue because the border is suffering a lot. The
yeah,
people of the border because there's a lot of trade among the two countries, so it's
sure.
suffering a lot, and no, it's a big deal. It's
Yeah,
a
and
big deal.
flowers are going back and forth because they're
Actually, there are big producers of foliages here that send all the product to Ecuador for
sure.
bouquets. Yeah. So
Wow. Well,
it's not easy, Willie. It's not easy, my friend.
never a dull moment. All right, my friend Jose. Listen, nice to talk to you, sir. Thank you for your time, and really good luck with AIPH. I think, so people understand, AIPH, which would normally say Association of International Producers of Horticulture,
Correct. Uh-huh.
but it's actually pronounced correctly. I think it's the Dutch version of that word. They mixed up the letters that would the letters don't apply exactly, but it's okay.
It's the International Association of Horticultural Producers.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But the acronym is AIPH, which is not the same, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that would be Association of International Producers of Horticulture. Anyway, however it is, hey, listen, nice to talk to you, sir. Appreciate this. I'll publish this on Tuesday, and hopefully we get people to know a little bit more about AIPH because
Wonderful.
it's a
Wonderful.
wonderful organization. And good luck, sir, for Mother's Day.
Okay. Well, in case you need anything, let me know.
Okay,
Okay.
ciao.
Take care. Ciao, mi.